Russell, Brandon, Tierney, Tiki, and Tierney. How are you today? What's happening?
Oh, thank you guys for having me. It's such a pleasure.
Yeah, you know what's funny? We've only had you on the show one other time, and it was right after your rookie season. It was out in New Orleans, and you come over and you chatted with Tiki and I, and it's amazing. And you'll see this as you get older. Trust me. You're in your fourth year. You're the franchise. You got the contract. You got the Super Bowl. But man, it seems like yesterday that you were a rookie, a middle round pick, just trying to carve out this NFL life. Is it going as fast for you as it is for us?
Well, it's funny because I looked up and it's beginning of year four, and I always tell people, they always ask me, how you feeling, how you feeling, Russ? I always say I feel like I'm 18, just feeling young as possible. Feel great. Mind feels strong and everything else, and I enjoy the journey. So I just take one day at a time and enjoy it. I'm so grateful to be in the circumstance that I'm in, to be starting quarterback with the Seattle Seahawks. I'm one of 32 men in the world to get to do what I get to do, and I love doing it. And the whole idea and the whole mindset is to face greatness every morning, to wake up every morning with a type of mentality to have an elite mindset and to do special things and to change people's lives and to obviously win a lot of football games too while doing it.
You know, Russell, I was impressed when we met 4 years ago. When you walked away, Teak and I were like, man, this guy's pretty yoked, kind of thick for a rookie. Obviously, for a quarterback, and you've put on some muscle since then. And people worry. Yeah, what are your strengths? Is getting out of the pocket? Can he do this when he's 29 or 30? Have you changed your approach at all? We still see the highlights and the big plays, but you put yourself in harm's way on occasion. Is that something you need to modify, or are you still young enough to get away with it?
Well, I think I stay away from the big hits most of the time. It's obviously a physical game. If I, if I was trying to stay away from hits, I'd be playing tennis. But I think one of the things is just being smart and playing smart competitive football and to get down when necessary. And then sometimes the game's on the line. You got to get a first down. You got to make a play. You got to get in the end zone. So it's just one of those things. So my thing is to always train at the highest level. And I train with my trainer Ryan Flaherty in the off season, and obviously our Seahawks strength and conditioning coaches, Coach Carlisle, and the rest of the crew. They do a great job of keeping us strong and healthy and all that throughout the season. So I think that's what's really important.
Joined now by the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson, with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. You know, Russell, nationally, we take a lot of calls and get a lot of tweets. Say, Seattle, they're still good, but they're not the same. Something's off. Something's not right. Does this team feel very different to you? Does this season feel a lot different from the past couple of years, or even how you expected it would feel coming into this season?
I think every year feels different, and I think that's not a bad thing. I think it's actually a good thing. I think that you go through the maturation process of understanding that every team and every year is going to be different. Every game you play is going to be different, and you enjoy that process. That's what makes it so exciting, right? So, we're in the right spot right now. I believe that we completely believe in one another, believe in the process, and believe in how we prepare. We believe that we prepare, hopefully better than anybody else, and our coaches get us ready, and hopefully come game day we find ways to win, and that's what ultimately it comes down to.
Are the Seahawks still the best team in the NFC West?
We'll have to see by the end of the year. Obviously the Arizona Cardinals are a great football team. St. Louis Rams are always tough to play and a very good football team too as well. Same thing with the 49ers. So, the end of the year, that's how you find out.
Talking to Russell Wilson, Seattle Seahawks here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. You mentioned the Niners. They trade Vernon Davis to Denver. Cap's getting benched. And I was in San Francisco when you guys started knocking heads for the first time, and the rivalry was really hot between you and the Niners. That dissipated kind of quickly because, guys get hurt, guys retire, attrition sets in. It's almost like when you're there, enjoy it, because in this league, there's no guarantees you're getting back.
Well, you always enjoy it. You think that the times that you don't is when you lose it. And I think that the biggest thing is constantly enjoying waking up every day with a mindset of, when you look yourself in the mirror when you wake up in the mornings, you have to look at yourself and realize I get to do the greatest thing in the world. I have to play the great game of football and to face greatness every day with your teammates and to enjoy that process of it all and to realize that you have to take advantage of your opportunities that you get. You don't get too many. And so every morning you get up and you get to get in front of the mirror and shave and just kind of start new and just go to work. You realize, man, this is it. This is what it's about. And like you said, every month's different, every game's different, every year's different. And so, as I said earlier, you enjoy that part of something new every day, and you get to smile while doing it and have a lot of fun while doing it too as well.
Russell, do me a favor. Can you explain in simple terms to our audience so they can understand? Because a lot of people say, you got Jimmy Graham now. How do you not just throw it up and make it happen? How is there not quicker synergy or rapport between a good quarterback and a good tight end? What's the process like, and why are we not seeing the results we thought we'd see?
Well, we're getting there. Hopefully we score a few more touchdowns, but he's getting the ball. Obviously we want to get him the ball even more and get everybody the ball. It's got a lot of great players from Jimmy Graham to Luke Wilson to Cooper Elfett to all the way to the receivers, every receiver that we have on our football team, to the running backs, obviously Marshawn Lynch and the crew. So, it's so many different guys, but obviously Jimmy's a very, very special player, and we love having him. And he's a winner, he's a competitor, and all he cares about is us winning. And I think he did a great job the other game. The game we just had the other day against the Cowboys. He had 7 catches, and I think the other 3 targets. I just missed him just by a hair, but we're going to continue to get better. It's so funny because it's we're I don't know, I guess 8 games into it, and we're hopefully just getting started. That's the exciting part.
Now, earlier, Russell, you said when you wake up, you want to attack the day with vigor, and then you look in the mirror, you do a little shave, and it sets me up. I know you're doing some stuff with Braun. Tell us what you have going on.
Well, obviously, I'm with. It's just so you guys know, I'm with Braun, and it's just such a special company, and how they treat people, and how they make, in my opinion, the best shaver in the world. I use the Series 9 and Series 3, but just the idea of I think it's so big and so crucial that every morning when you wake up, it's kind of this idea of it's a new beginning, and I really believe that. Maybe that's my faith. Maybe that's just my mindset. I don't know. I believe it's you have to live with this elite mindset, this championship mindset, and to do that, you have to have this mentality of facing greatness, not living with fear. And so, Brian and I, we've come up with this idea of facing greatness, this campaign where every morning you get up, you get to shave with either the great Series 9. I believe it's like one of the world's, in my opinion, the world's best shaver, but also the Series 3, which is like the best seller. But I use both of those, and it's one of those things where it's kind of like the new start to the day. I know as a man, I should get to think about that. And I remember when I was a little kid, my dad, he used to, give me this gold razor. It never had a blade in it or anything like that. I used to put shaving cream on my face. I used to shave my face every morning with my dad before he'd go to work. And that was one of the most thrilling things for me because I get to feel like, this is a great opportunity for me to be successful today. That's the idea of facing greatness.
Nah, listen, I know what you're saying, man. I'm married 5 years, and I gotta get a good shave going, gotta keep the wife happy, gotta look good. And when you look good, let's face it, you reap the rewards, particularly when you're a quarterback and you're a champion. And boy, you're reaping the rewards, although maybe not as much as some of us might reap. Can you explain, with all due respect, and I know hopefully you have fun with this, man. Can you explain to us how you exercise whatever powers that you possess, superhuman, Spider-Man, Batman, Obi-Wan Kenobi powers combined? How in the world are you able to abstain from you know what? I don't want to get too forward with you, Russell. From you know what with Sierra. Can you please explain this?
Well, I don't know how we got to this one, but Cher's one of the best people in the world that I know. She's the best heart, and I truly love her. So, you just continue to pray for us. But it's just a special, special girl, and so obviously I love her to death.
I'll tell you, man, you got some great willpower there. Boy, oh boy. Better you than me, huh? All right, so you're coming off the big win against Dallas. How's Ricardo Lockett feeling, by the way? Is he okay?
Yeah, I've been able to speak to him and just keep him in your prayers. Everybody who's listening to this, and just he's a great, great teammate, a great, great friend, love him to death. And just a guy that you'd fight for any moment. It's just a true friend.
Russell, after that, there was a lot of buzz because Des Bryant flipped out in the locker room. I know he's not your teammate. I know you have your own team and your own worries to focus, your own concerns to focus on. But when Lockett was down, there was this vine that was created by somebody who's in the media, and it looked as if Des was mouthing, quote, "That's what you bleeping get." There was a big, big firestorm, and Des was clearly bothered by this. Bruce Irvin, your teammate, actually took to Twitter and defended Des Bryant because a lot of people said that Des was basically reveling in Lockett's injury. Was there anybody on the team who actually thought Dez was talking to Lockett when he was on the ground?
Not at all. Des Bryant is one of the good guys in the league. He's a guy that just he's a competitor. He would never do that. He never wish ill on anyone. He's not that type of person at all by any means. So that's just that's just somebody making something up. I have a lot of respect for Des Bryant and how he plays the game. And like I said, the most important thing about this is just continue to keep, we continue to keep Ricardo in your prayers, this game is a lot bigger than just football. So just continue to keep him in your prayers.
No doubt about it, Russell. Enjoy the bye. It's a little downtime for you. Good stuff. We'll tweet out the Braun information. Russell Wilson, one of the young stars and one of the really good young men, more importantly, in the NFL. Nice chatting, buddy. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. It's a pleasure. Go Hawks.